Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are back. We've had a bit of a break. I was down seeing family down in Cornwall. But let's have a look where we are. Well, we are pretty much where we left off. 16 days left of the drought, basically. This drought shouldn't be too much of a problem. We have plenty of water in the reservoir. We have plenty of wood to cut down should we need it. We have a decent stock of planks for the moment. I say for the moment because we have our lumber mill over here, which is powered by these windmills. So yeah, that if the wind stops, we'll stop producing planks. And we are using planks down here in the gear workshop to produce gears. Now these are working at 50%. We've got the smelter and the gear workshop on. Being powered by these three power wheels. So yeah, they're working at half pace, so they're slowly getting things done, but that's fine. We're not using much of it at the moment. What we are using is bad water. We have currently 100 bad water. That is being turned into explosives now. So we can start thinking about destroying all of this stuff, which will be great. Yeah, I should probably add that I think at the end of the last episode I was talking about building stairs down this section to reach this so we could lay explosives in. Obviously we don't need to do that. We can lay it in from the side, and then as we build overhangs across it, we'll be able to build explosives down from that overhang. Yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine. Now, explosives themselves, where are we? Landscaping. They just use explosives. The higher tier ones use explosives and extract. We do have some extract. We have currently 116 extract. We have 4,000 available science, so we could unlock all three of the dynamites, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. But I'm going to leave it for the moment and allow our stocks to build up a little bit. Obviously, it's probably going to get through... Yeah, it's going to get through the bad water that we've got in storage long before the end of the drought. Assuming we still have enough wind to power it. But yeah, that will probably be shut down eventually. Because we'll run out of bad water for it. Other than that, it's going to be a case of play on at least through the drought to allow our stocks to build up. And then we can look at what we need to do over here. So for overhangs, nope, we want the paths and structures. There we go. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'd need to unlock... Well, we wouldn't need to, because we could go with a 5 and a 3. So that would only cost us 550 science, but probably the 4s would be better, I think. And we need to build platforms in down either side so they could rest on them. But I want to get the ground out of the way as much as possible. So first step is going to be laying explosives all around the edge. And bring that down to the level that we want it. That'll allow us to build the platforms down either side for the overhangs, and then we can move across step by step using dynamite to bring everything down to the same level. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's easy enough. In fact, we want essentially to come down to this level here, the level of the riverbed. There's not a lot of point in going any deeper than this here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's where we are. I guess just playing on and letting these stocks build up as much as possible is the best course of action. So I'll do that. Right, day 14, about 10 days left of the drought. Our explosives factory has run out of bad water. So we have 27 explosives. It's not going to get us very far. Yeah, it really isn't. If we have a look... Yeah, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that might be enough to get this section down to the right level. Let's have a look. Let's unlock some explosives. So triple dynamite, we'll unlock some of that and pop it on there. 1200 science. Yep. And we'll do the same there. And then we want to unlock the single dynamite and we'll lay it across, oops, there. There we go. So that's a triple on there and on there. That should bring this one down to the right level. And the singles on here will bring all of this down to the right level. And then we'll just have to concentrate on bringing that down a few more. So what is that? That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So yeah, that will leave us with 10. Yeah, which might, or 12 perhaps. I think we had 27 to start with. So yeah, that'll be enough to bring that down to the right level as well. We might be able to move on to here, but we'll actually wait until the first slot is done before we do that. Apart from that, everything else is going fine. We're still slowly churning through the scrap metal, turning it into metal blocks. We're going through the planks and slowly turning those into gears. Yeah, that's what's happening. We've got plenty of trees full grown. Food-wise, we're doing okay. We've got 1.9 thousand food. We've currently got a pretty good stock of just about everything. You're making chestnuts? Yes, you're making chestnuts. You're on potatoes, but we're full of potatoes. Don't have any spadadoc to cook. Only a few more chestnuts, but yeah, we're doing fine. Absolutely fine. I'll spin on. Okay, our explosives are laid in, so let's start these off. There we go. And then all of these. There we go. So all that is at the right height. How much explosives have we got left? 16. So this is going to take another 5 by the looks of it. So we'll have a triple on there to start with. And we will come across and oops. Come on, John. Get control. There we are. Lay in 2 across there and then spend another 900 science and lay that in there. That might be too much, but we'll have a look. We should be okay. And I'll continue spinning on. Okay, there we are. That's the end of the drought. We did absolutely fine. Still plenty of water, plenty of food in stock. We've drained quite a bit out of there, but we've also removed some of the edge here, so that will have decreased the level ever so slightly. But I think we're going to be okay filling that back up again. Obviously, we've got our explosives factory paused because we don't have any bad water. I will immediately start up all of our pumps again, including our bad water pump, because it would be nice to get that supplying us with some more bad water. Extract, we're doing okay. We could do with a little bit more. I'll wait until the water actually returns. I'll drop this down to 0.75, I think. That should keep things flowing okay. I will close this for the moment, and once the water actually returns here and fills up, we'll wait until it's overflowing through our dams there before I turn that back on, because we want this as full as possible, basically. And this allows us to sort of moderate that slightly. Okay. Everything else is okay. I am going to turn this back on. We do need more beavers. I've extended our walkway here so we can put in another lodge. And I will flip it around like so. There we go. Again, we'll just put the one in. We don't want to expand our population too quickly. But one more lodge will give us a couple more spare beavers, which will be just about what we want. Okay, so our bad water is pumping, so that's slowly returning. How are we doing up here? You are... Yes, you are returning slowly as well. Good, good, good. Right. Everything else is okay. Obviously, our dandelions are about to die here, but that's fine. What do I want to do next? This is the question. Obviously, we need to get more explosives so that we can continue all of this, but I think that lodge is built, so I think we'll start putting in the platforms. There we go. For our overhangs. And they're going to go all the way along here. Whoops. Like so. Now that's going to take up quite a lot of resources. We'll delete these extraneous ones. There we go. That's going to take quite a lot of resources, so that will take a little while to actually do. And obviously them ferrying all the resources up from down here, really, is probably the closest. That's going to take some time as well. But the water is returning. All is good. We have some wind. We have some bad water. Yeah, we have loads of bad water. We're doing great for bad water. Is it worth putting in another bad water pump? It probably is, isn't it? It probably is. Okay. Where are we? Bad water pump. There we go. Let's stick another one in there. And that will up our collection of bad water. Okay, this is filling. I shall spin on. I shall not spin on because I realise I've made a mistake. Where are we? Yeah, all of these are wrong. So we'll get rid of those and we will replace them with the double platforms that we actually want. And then the overhangs will sit, I mean not these ones, but they'll sit like that on those platforms. So this will be flat across there. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. And once we build up another stock of explosives, once we've got a bit more bad water in stock, and a bit more extract. In fact, let's prioritise the bad water pump and get that done first. Yeah, and once we've got a bit more extract, a bit more bad water, a few more explosives, we'll start, or we'll continue around the edge here and get all of these sections down to where they need to be. Alright, day 4 of this cycle, just letting things play on for the moment. We are in the process of, let's have a look, getting all of these platforms in. So we're about 3/4 of the way through the first layer, so yeah, that's taken us 3 days. So it's going to take a little while for the rest of it to be done. Down here we are building up a stock of bad water. Pretty decent stock of bad water, so I'm going to switch our explosives factory on. There's no wind at the moment, but that's okay. It will come back eventually. Down here we've got plenty of power going through. Is it worth turning any of these on? Let's turn on... we don't really have the beavers for it at the moment. No, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, there's nothing else I really need to turn on. It's fine. We're just a few haulers down. That's okay. Yeah, so once that starts producing explosives again, we'll be able to continue going around the edge. And once we've done that, we can lay the platforms in on the other side. And then we can start laying in the overhangs one at a time so we can get across each section in the middle to bring whatever needs to be brought down to the right level. That definitely made sense, I'm sure. So yeah, we're going to be looking at the overhangs there. So we'll have them there. And then once they're in place, we'll get rid of the land here that needs to be gotten rid of. That's basically it. So it'll be a one at a time job, basically. Other than that, it's just a case of spinning on. We've got plenty of food and water stored up. The only thing we don't really have a lot of is chestnuts, but I think, yeah, we've got 1 or 2 chestnut trees coming into fruit now. So those will be collected and taken down and grilled. Where are we? In this grill here. That's focusing on chestnuts. We don't have any spadadoc either. We've got a few days before we start getting some spadadoc in by the looks of it. So I guess I'll just continue spinning on. I'll come back at the start of the drought or bad tide, which will probably... I mean, we're likely to get the warning either in the morning or the day after. It's not going to be long before we get that. So I'll come back at the start of the inclement weather and we'll see where we are. Okay, day 9, we have a drought. 12 days. That's going to be nothing. We do have a couple of flooded buildings. Oh, there we go. I may have closed this up a little early. Oh well. Not to worry. It's fine. Yeah. 12 days. I mean, that's very little to us at the moment. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. Yeah. We'll be fine. I'm going to leave this closed for a little while just to allow the excess water in there to be pumped out. In terms of our platforms here, where are we? There we are. We're not doing too bad. We're on the 3rd layer, so one more layer of triple tiers to do after this, and then just the 2-tier double platforms on top of that. We do have some explosives. We have 26 explosives in stock. So I am going to set up... where are we? Triple explosives on both of those. They'll get done probably after all of this is done. So it might be maybe halfway through the drought before we get all of these laid in. I've turned off, obviously, our pumps down here. I've kept these 4 on. Let's turn the water back on so we can see it. There we are. Our explosives factory is on, obviously. We have 133 bad water. We have 114 extract. So we should be okay. We should be able to keep producing explosives for a little while. A couple of days, maybe. But that should be enough to start moving along this edge as well. But other than that, it's just going to be a case of letting things proceed. So I'll do that. Okay, day 15. So we're about halfway through, about 6 days left of the drought. As you can see, we've nearly finished with all of our platforms up here. Small problem. We're out of planks. Yeah. So I've switched off the gear workshop. I've switched on the lumber mill down here. So we've got 2 lumber mills now producing planks. And the gear workshop isn't turning them all into gears. So that's good. We do have a good stock of gears now, so I don't mind that being switched off. That's running at 68%. How are we doing for metal blocks? 85. Could do with a few more. It's always nice to have them, and we'll certainly need them for making the overhangs here. Yeah, I'll just leave it as it is for the moment. So that's 2... How are you doing? You're producing at 100%. That's fine. Yeah, so we are producing lumber now and not using it in anything apart from construction. That's basically where we are. We're still doing fine for food, still doing fine for water. Yeah, it's all good. What are you making at the moment? Spadadoc, and you have none left virtually. All right, we'll switch you back over to chestnuts in a moment. Other than that, I'll continue spinning on. Okay, so I very much took my eye off the ball and missed the changeover of the seasons. We're doing okay. We made it through the change in seasons absolutely fine. Still got plenty of water, still got plenty of food. None of that is a problem. We're a little low on spadadoc and, or grilled spadadoc and grilled chestnuts. We do have some spadadoc just come in, so I'll wait until the morning before I turn that grill back on. Up here, as you can see, we've completed all of our platforms across there. We've completed our explosives through here. So we just need to put in the platforms here. The first set of platforms is going in, and then the first set of overhangs, 4 wide overhangs, will go on top there. Once they're constructed, we'll be able to get across and lay in the explosives on. I think it's just these 3. Yeah, just these 3 blocks here need bringing down to this level. And then I think we're going to get to about here, maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe to the start of the dams here, and we'll bring the platforms out 1 level and lay them in across there and close this side up. Leave that gap open, and then we'll probably put some gravity batteries along the back there. In terms of what we're going to do with the power, it's a good question. We could, I guess, drop it off the edge here, and bring it around here, drop it down again, and connect it up over here. That should be okay. Yeah, I'll have to think about how we're going to do that. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. But we can probably do that. We might be able to bring it over this way instead. Bring it across up over this section and then drop it down over the edge and loop around. That might be easier. But down here, we've almost finished getting rid of these ruins here. So once they're gone, we can get rid of this scavenger flag and move it over to these ruins here. I might want to move this path because, yeah, that's right in the path of the beehive. So maybe moving the path out to here instead, just so they go around the edge rather than walking through that all the time. Yeah, other than that, we're doing okay. We have plenty of unemployed beavers at the moment. Let's get you making spadadoc, please. There we go. So we do have plenty of spare beavers at the moment, which is good. Obviously, our explosives factory is turned off at the moment. I'm going to turn our centrifuge on. There should be enough power coming out of there. Ooh, nearly enough power coming out of there. How are we doing? Yeah, that should top up fairly soon. As soon as this fills up and it starts overflowing, that power will pick up there and be plenty to run the extractor as well. Okay, yes, I will spin on then. Okay, day 3. The water returning here caused a little bit of flooding down here to the point that unfortunately we have an unwell beaver. Spent too much time in contaminated bad water. It's fine for now, but we'll get sick in a few days. Should be okay because we do have plenty of antidote. So once it becomes ill, we should be able to treat it quickly enough. Okay, over here the overhang is going in, which is great. So let's get rid of the water for a second so we can see what we're doing. I think we're going to need tier 3 explosives on all of these. Yeah, so let's get those laid in. One there, and one there. That should be fine. And we'll put in the next set of platforms as well. In fact, we'll put in the next 2 lots. Like that. I'm still keeping an eye on our resources. I don't want to burn through all of our planks and that again. That would be silly. But yeah, once these little nubbins are brought down, it looks like the explosives are starting to go in already. Yeah, the explosives are in. We're waiting for extract. That's fine. We have extract being produced. We have bad water being produced. I am going to turn on the explosives factory, even though we don't actually have any power for it at the moment because there is no wind. When there is wind, these windmills produce, even a low wind, these windmills produce enough power to run both of these buildings just fine. Yeah, I will continue working our way through this then. Okay, day 5 brings with it another drought warning. We haven't had many bad tides recently, that's for sure. As you can see, we are making our way through getting these overhangs put in. We've got another platform to put in there. We have enough of everything we need, so that should be fine. We are getting some flooding problems down here now that we weren't before. We're getting it backing up and bad water is spilling out a little bit, and we've had a couple of issues with beavers walking through it. As I say, it's not too much of a problem. We do have plenty of antidote. And even when we've used that antidote, we have dandelions that we can turn into antidote. That's not a problem. I just don't want all of our beavers getting contaminated. That would be unfortunate. Still, we can move on. Yeah, up here all of this is going on. Interesting. So I've got this now open, set to 0.85. Yeah, it seems to be okay, apart from the flooding down here, but it seems somewhat erratic coming through there, obviously because more water is being fed through here, so that's what's going on there. All I can really do is spin on. What are we waiting for here? Everything. Planks and logs. We have plenty of both. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, alright, I'll spin on to the start of the drought then, and we'll see where things stand. We might be in a bit of trouble. We should be okay, but the drought has started. It's going to be 12 days, which isn't terrible, but I took my eye off the ball and we did not fill this up. So, let's pause all of these water pumps, except for... Ooh, we'll go with 1. We'll see how that goes to start with. As I say, it's going to be 12 days. We should be alright. Just my own silly fault for paying too much attention to the flooding that was going on down here and not to the fact that this was completely draining. Yeah, my bad. Should be alright though. Don't have a lot of bad water left, so we'll pause our explosives factory. We've got 40 odd explosives in stock, so it's not terrible. Obviously down here everything has stopped, so we'll switch the power wheels on so we can continue making metal blocks and planks down here. We do have our 3 beavers. They are contaminated. They'll be fine. We have medicine that they are, or antidote rather, that they are using, so that should be fine. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, he says. We'll see. Yeah, but this is taking shape. I've already laid in the next explosives once this overhang is complete. We've got the next set of platforms on this side going in as well. Yeah, other than that, other than the fact that we've got very little water, we're doing fine. But I think we'll leave it there for this episode. I think that's enough of a cliffhanger to leave it on. Yeah, we should be fine. I hope we'll be fine. How much water do we actually have in there? About 6 tiles worth. We should be fine. We'll see. We'll see. In terms of food, we're okay. How are we doing? You are out of Spadadock again, so we can switch you back over to chestnuts. Let's have a few of those. I would like more aquatic farming, but there just isn't space at the moment. We'll have to think about that. Maybe if we open up some of this and use contamination barriers, we can get some in down here with the liberal use of explosives. We are down to just 28 scrap metal there before we can swap that over. So, yeah, we will leave it there for this episode. We'll come back and see how we do through this drought. thank you very much for watching. Please do give us any comments down below. Really do enjoy reading them all. Thank you all for the advice that you give. Please give us a like and a subscribe. Really does help the channel out. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.